Welcome back to Sip the Tally Films. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and what we're going to look at today is kind of what happened in the run game. And we know Derrick Henry exploded for 150 plus yards week 1 versus the Bills, and then came back in week 2, only had 11 carries for like 23 yards. That's pretty much 2.2 yards per carry or something in that nature. What I want to take a look at is what the Browns do to stop the run. Is stacking the boxes the answer? So we're going to take a look at all the stacked box run plays that the Cleveland did versus the Baltimore Ravens and see was it successful? Was it not successful? Who screwed up? Who didn't screw up? Welcome back to Sip the Tally Films. On 2. Ready? Break. All right, welcome back. And before we get into it, tap that like button if you don't mind. Subscribe if you've not done so. And hit that bell so you can be notified when the rest of this content drops. But let's dive right into it. All right, setting it up. You got pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You pretty much got the whole Ravens offense in the box, in the picture. And so obviously, if you got a stacked lineup like that, the defense is going to stack the box. And so stacked box, for the reference of this video, is 8 or more guys in the box. And that's what we getting. So backed up on the -8, we choosing to go outside zone with a lead. So let's kind of break down and see who does what. Let's go across the board, and we'll start play side with Mark Andrews. Oh, that's Kolar. I'm sorry. That's not Mark Andrews. That's Kolar. The guy slants inside. He lets him go, which is the right thing to do. Ronnie should pick him up. So Kolar and Ronnie, they're good. Let's go slide down to Voorhees and Linderbaum. Guy takes inside leverage. Voorhees gets a hat on him. Should try to pass him off to Lindy. That's done. That's done. Now, with the way it happened with 96, there's no way that Voorhees has the ability to get to 30, which is who he should block. So the way 96 took on this double team, that allowed 30 to run free. And I think 30 is Bush, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go to Falele and Rosengard on the backside. Guy goes inside. Falele does a great job of shucking. I don't know why he don't do that all the time, but he did a great job on this play right here of getting that hand, which allowed Rosengard to get over. Now, the guy Falele is supposed to block is 49. But as we know, and there's no sense of even beating a dead horse, he can't get there. He can't. So he does the next best thing and try to cut off somebody else. And, okay, never mind. Tried to give him some credit. Didn't work. Oh well. And then you got Miles against Mark, and I don't know what that bull crap is Mark just did. I have no idea. But with 96's penetration, then you got your fullback, Zaire. I keep forgetting his two last names. He head up on Bush. You got to stay on it though. You got to stay on it. Kolar got to maintain. Fullback got to maintain. And if they maintain them blocks, Derrick got a nice little seam to hit there. With these guys chasing. But if these two guys maintain these blocks right here at the point of attack, we should be good. Should be. And they not. Zaire gets initial contact, but don't stay on the block. Kolar gets beat by Delpit at the end. They cut Derrick Henry low. Let's go to the next one. All right, now we're trying to score. We're basically on the other side of the field. We flipped the field. We're at our 5-yard line. When the other play, we was deep in our own. We're deep backed up. So we got 1, 2, 3. We got our A set. This was one of my favorite formations, especially with Ricard there. Not necessarily without Ricard, but with Ricard. You can run outside zone either way. You can run inside zone. You can run counter. You can run power. You can run a bunch of different stuff out of this, and you can actually throw the ball out of this as well. Run the outside zone again. So let's take it from play side to back like we did last play. So Mark working the Delpit, which is fine. They get a little crack, so they end up double teaming him. And again, in a lot of running plays, if you leave the cornerback unblocked, that's a good thing because the cornerback is normally the worst tackler. Normally. So with 91 on Rosengarten, outside zone, and if you watch, and I've been saying it for a long time, but a lot of people don't like to listen to me for some reason, unless somebody else say it. So if you watched Brent Coleman's breakdown of the Ravens outside zone, he mentioned penetration kills outside zone. And I've been saying that for 15 years. But 91 gets penetration on Rosengartner. And that play is almost dead right now. Because what I mean is almost dead is he sets that edge and look backside. Where does Derrick have to go? Falele's on his guy, but there's no hole there. Linderbaum's on his guy, but the guy has outside leverage. Voorhees can't get to 49, so he's going to fill that up. I don't know what Ronnie's doing backside with 93. And Collard didn't cut off 30. So now the cornerback that I said is cool with leaving unblocked, he's just going to cut him low because he got so much help coming from the inside. Look at the pursuit by the Browns. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys free to try to get a lick on Derrick Henry because we couldn't maintain the blocks. Let's go to the next one. All right. Got Tylan Wallace kind of attached. Moves one of the tight ends to fullback. Mark's going to shove it to the other side. And so now you have a traditional power eye right with a tight split by the, in old days, split in. What we going to get out of it? We're getting tossed left. So what I think this was an adjustment to, to them just pinching and making sure we can't run inside. What I don't like about this matchup, and I know y'all can see it because I got this pause. I know y'all can see it. You got Tylan Wallace about to have to crack down on the best defensive player in the world, Miles Garrett. I don't like that matchup. Now, I don't know the result of this yet because I just pulled the plays. Let's see if Tyler can get it done. Yes, he does. Tylan Wallace is a man of many traits. He checked Miles on another play later on that I think he actually caught the ball on. So Tylan Wallace is a man of many traits, and this is why he got snaps, because he do the dirty work. Oh, that ain't Miles Garrett. I'm sorry. I apologize. I thought that was Miles Garrett. That's not Miles Garrett. I take the best defensive player back in the world, what I said a minute ago. That ain't Miles Garrett. Screw that. For 99. So he gets him down, gets him cracked down. Ronnie does a great job of getting up the bush. Voorhees gives up penetration to 96, but because we tossing it, it don't really hurt us this time. Linderbaum takes a great angle and cuts off 49. Falele is trying to work on 94, and Rosengartner is trying to cut off 17. But now you see the alley defender comes up unblocked. The alley defender, which is number 29, should be blocked by 84. Should be. Ronnie does a great job of keeping that block. Block him there, because all he's going to try to do is just take your legs out and create a pile. That's all the cornerbacks going to try to do. Derrick does a great job of being patient. Because you see you see Voorhees get whooped, but he kind of get tripped up as well. Derrick does a great job of being patient. Great job of being patient. And gets like probably a 7-8 yard gain. I think that's an 8-yard gain. And this was Derrick's biggest gain of the game. Keep in mind, he had 23 yards. He got 8 of them on that play. A lot of motion, just trying to figure out what's going on. But it's still the box is stacked. You see 17 creeping at the last minute. Another toss play. Again, this was kind of a counter to stay away from what they was doing because they was killing us on the inside. So you got a toss. You got Mark. Cracks down on Voorhees. So the same thing that happened to Voorhees the prior play happened again. Tylan Wallace cracked that dude down and they kind of ran into Voorhees. And that same thing happened on this play. Stanley gets up on 30. And you pretty much getting the same look, just a different way. He tries to take him out like the other cornerback did last time, but he don't get as much on it. And Derrick can hit it. If Derrick doesn't get tripped up right there by Mitchell's leg, he might stiff arm this man into oblivion and then go score. But he also got 6 on this play. So these last 2 plays, he got 8 yards and 6 yards. I'm sorry, 8 and 6 yards. That's 14 yards. He only had 23 total. So the other 9 carries, he had 9 yards, which is ludicrous. But let's keep rolling. This right here is a 1-yard gain. Again, you see them stacking the box. What we're trying to figure out is stacking the box the answer. Do we think the line's going to stack the box? Do the Lions have the capability of stacking the box and doing the stuff that Cleveland did is what we're trying to answer. So you're getting outside zone again. Kolar versus Miles Garrett. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Charlie, they put you in this predicament. I was wrong with, a minute ago thinking that was Miles Garrett. This definitely is Miles Garrett. Good Lord. So now, with the way Miles got rid of Kolar, we're at a -1, what we call in football terms, because one of our blockers are out the way. So we're at a numbers deficit because Kolar just got through out the club. Now, instead of Kolar blocking him and the fullback leading up on the next guy, which would be Delpit, he now has to block Miles Garrett, and that leaves Delpit untouched. So now Delpit sets the edge, and you see all the different pursuit. Ronnie's on his guy, but because of the leverage that 17 has, he can't really block him. Then he tried to cut back. There's nowhere for him to go. Nowhere. And it's all set up by Miles getting rid of Charlie Kolar and making us -1, making the Browns +1 in the run game. And then we'll end it with this right here. Trying a little inside zone or ISO. Inside zone and or ISO. So we'll start with Mark. Mark arcs to I don't know who. Rosengard does a great job on the end so far. Good double team with Lindy and Falele. So Falele is trying to use that offhand and not just climb immediately. Trying to. So the way this is set up, if you look in this alley right here, we should be good. Linderbaum sealed that guy. Falele got an opportunity to come up on somebody. And Zaire Mitchell-Palin, or whatever his name is, I know I'm keep destroying his name. He can get 43. Keep your eye backside. Why Voorhees ain't up on top of that linebacker? Why Voorhees and I hated this when I was an offensive coordinator. I hate it when, like, if this guy don't look at his feet. He don't step in your gap. So why are you staying there, Voorhees? Had he slanted in that gap, it'd be different. He goes right at Ronnie. So go now. Offensive lineman can't afford to lose a step to a linebacker. And that step back by Voorhees cost him. Because now he can't get there to 17. And look who's going to be there to force the cutback. That one little step there cost him. And then Linderbaum just got whooped. This results in Derrick Henry being 11 carries for 23 yards and having probably the worst output in a long time. So the question is stacking the box the answer to containing the Baltimore Ravens run game? One sample size, I don't feel like you can answer that, but this is a great example of them with a good game plan. And I kind of give you my answer, and I want to hear your answers in the comment section. I feel like their personnel allowed them to do that. Because just like on that one play where Miles Garrett by himself created a +1 for the Browns defense, everybody ain't got Miles Garrett. And you see what the Ravens did in the second half. They went to the air and got results. So I appreciate you guys for coming out. Put it in the comment section. Do you think stacking the box is the key to slowing down the Ravens run game? And I love to chat with y'all. So on that note, see y'all later. Peace. FTMF, because it's always filmed in more film.